time someone asks me why I moved to New York City, I'm just like, seriously? I mean, look at the vibe. It's got a charm. You don't say only in New York for no reason.
Come thrifting with me, New York City edition. If there's a Goodwill in your community, there's definitely a Goodwill outlet. This is the last place where items go before Goodwill recycles them. Items are priced by the pound. At mine, it's $2.09 a pound. I spent $30 total. Nothing's damaged. It just didn't sell at their regular retail stores, so you gotta go, guys. Okay, so this is what I found. These Free People shoes retail at $2.80. These Steve Maddens retail at $150. I love them both. These Jeffrey Campbells retail at $120. They're definitely my favorite find of the day. Like, look how they glisten in the camera, guys. Karl Lagerfeld's retail for $130, these Salvatore Ferragamos for $5.80, and these Nikes for $110. It's crazy because I got more. This is only the shoe portion, so definitely check this place out.
Yo, you're not from New York if you don't say it. Yeah! Yo, you're not from New York if you don't say it.
Where's my mom?
Yo, you're not from New York if you don't say it.
There's mad brick outside. Where my mom's?
Yo, you're not from New York if you don't say it.
Treat shot!
Hey. Yo, you're not from New York if you don't say it.
It's fucking clip for you, bitch.
It's what?
Fucking clip for you, bitch.
Hey! Yo, you're not from New York if you don't say it.
Yeah!
Yo, where's your bev?
Yo! What the
I saw that today it was going to snow in New York, and there is nothing more magical than being in New York when it snows. So I packed my bag and grabbed my camera, and this is how my day went. I started in Midtown, then took a taxi to Central Park, and ended up at Bethesda Terrace. I took a few photos of a frozen lake, then some taxis of course, and I couldn't forget Chinatown. I went up on a bridge. While walking back home, I came across this amazing street.
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
Ew, what's that?
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
What? Sorry.
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
Flash.
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
Like.
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
Okay, Vinny V.
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
Like.
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
What did he say?
Martha Dumbtruck in the flesh.
Here comes the cootie squad.
Yeah, good job.
This is a day in my life as a fashion student in New York. So my first class of the day was trend forecasting. We're doing this big Pinterest project where basically we have to create these really niche boards and pin like 1,500 pins to them. It's actually really fun. Then we had to work on this project where we picked a brand that we don't like and talk about its decline. After that I had fashion styling, we had a guest speaker and a lecture, and we also did this project where we had to watch a classic film and modernize the wardrobe. Then I went to Joe and the Juice and got a sandwich for lunch. And when I got home, I just had to work on some projects for my product development class. I'm doing mine on Saint Laurent, so I had to watch some shows. Then I took the metro to go hang out with my friend Luca, and after that I went home.
The only thing better than ordering a drink at a bar is making one yourself. Being single in New York means taking yourself to get drunk in a mixology class. Although I third-wheeled all of the couples, being a strong, independent woman in Manhattan is a different kind of energy. Since I had 2 tickets and my ex couldn't make it, I drank both margaritas and I took it as a positive. As I channeled my professional bartending skills, I couldn't help but wonder, if you don't drink, how will your ex know you love him at 2 a.m.?
I've noticed that some people are here for climate change and some people are here against climate change. Are you here for or against climate change?
Top 10 things we love about New York. Most of the time, everybody minds their own business.
Every block, there's always something interesting to watch.
You never need an alarm clock to wake you up because there's always someone outside screaming at 5 a.m.
Because there's no distinct style in New York, no one will judge you the morning after or in your pajamas.
Seeing celebrities is normal.
If you're ever feeling bad about yourself, just walk outside and I can guarantee you some construction workers will catcall you.
One word, rooftops.
There's always food 24 hours a day.
People here are really loyal based, so if you're a regular customer at any place, you're probably gonna get free stuff at some point.
The food vendors on the water are super cute and super cheap.
Like part 2.
This is the building that nearly destroyed the Midtown Manhattan skyline because of one big design flaw. Standing at 59 stories tall, I'm still terrified to pass by it. 601 Lexington, formerly known as Citicorp Center. The church in the corner refused to move, so they had to build around it. Thus, they built it on stilts that were standing 9 stories tall, but in a very precarious position because instead of the corners, they were in the center of each side. The building also had an innovative skeletal structure, which made it exceptionally light. However, according to the structural engineer William LeMessurier, one night he received a phone call from a student inquiring about the building's vulnerability to quartering winds, which would give the building a 1 in 16 chance to collapse every single year. This was a serious issue because Hurricane Ella was heading straight to New York City later that year. Thus, they had to make emergency repairs and they called the Red Cross because if the building would collapse, it would destroy a 10-block radius of the skyline. They never told the public and the building was repaired secretly. And luckily, it's still standing, or at least I hope.
Here's what I spend in a day as a student in New York City. So I mastered making my own coffee at home, which is free because I would probably spend so much money if I didn't do this. I then had to go print something at UPS because I don't have a printer in my apartment, and that was $2.50. I then walked to Dwayne Reed to get some feminine products, which I personally think should be free, but they're not, so that was $9.99. On my way home, I stopped at the fruit stand for some produce, and all of this was actually $13.50, and the fruit guy even gave me 2 free bananas, which kind of made my day. Later that night, I peeked into a Halloween store just for some last-minute accessories for my costume, and that was $32. So that brings me to a total of $57.99 for this day.
Top 10 things we hate about New York. Coffee's never usually less than $8 and the cocktails are always $16.
Most apartments in the cities don't have elevators, so be prepared to walk up you or your friend's apartment 6 flights.
Getting flashed is a thing.
Be prepared to see trash on the side of the streets every single day.
The 2 R's, no matter where you go, there's rats or roaches and it's disgusting.
Mom mentality is so real. Chances are if you fall flat on your face on the sidewalk, no one's gonna help you.
Even though there's 8 million people in the city, dating still sucks.
Most New Yorkers won't apologize to you if they bumped into you on the streets.
The streets and the subway stations stay smelling like shit.
That hot guy you met on the subway, you're never gonna see him again. But every time you turn the corner, you're gonna see your ex or that bitch you hate.
Rich Mom Starter Pack Tribeca Edition. So you just married an investment banker. Congrats. And you're moving to Tribeca? Don't worry, I'll tell you what you need so you fit in with all the other rich Tribeca moms. First things first, you're gonna need an apartment in 443 Greenwich so your kids feel safe away from the paparazzi. And so you can befriend Jake Gyllenhaal in the elevator. Next, you're gonna want to furnish your apartment in warm, neutral tones. It'll look great in Instagram. So it means everyone will be terrified to drink red wine in your apartment. You'll need a car to drive to the Hamptons in the summer, of course. VX5 says I'm rich, but I'm casual about being rich. Tracy Anderson membership so you can stay looking 26 even though you're 35. Number 6, clog boots. Lots of gunny sweaters so that everybody knows you're a cool mom who understands Scandinavian fashion. Membership for your kids at The Wonder. E-coat from Amazon. Which you'll wear on enforced date night to La Conda Verde. Have to go to Jack's or the other rich moms at least once a day. Oat milk lattes only. And finally, the holy grail of strollers, the $2,000 Bugaboo Fox. That's really for your nanny. Duh.
I wonder what's going to happen in New York City. Yeah!
So we traveled to over 40 countries together and had the most amazing experiences. People assume we were perfect because of what social media shows you, but traveling was really a distraction from the problems in our relationship. We decided to break up and focus on ourselves, and I was sad, but it was a blessing in disguise. I became the happiest version of me, and that's when the fun in New York began and my insane dating life began. I fell in love all over again, but then we somehow ended up quarantining together. So stay tuned, I guess.
Sometimes people are like, why'd you move back to New York? And I was like, I don't know, I just really love the ambiance and like there's such a charm to the city, you know?
So here's part 2. This guy walks into the bar. I've been waiting for him 45 minutes. We got along and the date was cool, but it was New Year's Eve the next night. It seemed like he liked me a lot after we met, so he asks me to meet his parents the next day for dinner, and I was like, this is way too fast. So instead we decided to meet at the dog park the next morning, and at the park his dog gets covered in mud, and he's like, let's give him a bath in my apartment. So we go to his place, and then he locks the dog in his room and immediately tries to make a move on me. He was so aggressive, and I was so freaked out, and then he proceeds to pull out his phone, open my Instagram, and freaks out on me that I have a boyfriend and I'm lying about it. He was looking at tag photos from 3 years ago. That's when I realized this dude was crazy and I ran out, and that was my start to 2020.
Rich Mom Starter Pack, Upper East Side Edition. Oh, you just inherited $50 million. And your husband did too. You want to move to the Upper East Side to be with all the other naturally wealthy people. Here's what you'll need to fit right in. Snag a little apartment at 740 Park Avenue. Before they let you move in, it's actually a requirement to get a little crusty white dog who's not that cute. Pick up one of those and name it Tabitha or something. Celebrate your new apartment, go to the Lowe's Regency and have like 18 gin martinis. Don't worry if you get sloppy. Blacking out as an adult is part of Upper East Side culture. Next, purchase a Volvo. You're so wealthy you think flashy cars are nouveau riche. Fun, send your kids to Dalton so you feel edgy and momentarily liberal. As for what to wear, you're gonna need several $20,000 Loro Piana capes. Are they practical? Not really. But neither are you. Top off any look with a Birkin. The older, the better. Just like your husband's and your money. Spend all your days at Via Quadrona drinking cow's milk cappuccinos. Almond milk is for hippies. Lastly, the Palm Beach house. You will sleep with the pool boy.
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
I'm cool, man.
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
That's a question?
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
I have no idea.
Okay. Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
I don't speak English.
Okay. Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
I don't know.
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
Sorry.
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
What?
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
In the flesh, Reese.
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh.
Here comes the cootie squad.
Yeah!